I am. If I were to make a choice, I think to the audience, I'm bad Sam. Though I think to Sam, it's good Sam. Not the way it was with Demon Blood, where it was kind of obvious. But I'm kind of like this is kind of season 6 Sam is kind of the season 1 Dean, who is shoot first, ask questions later. I don't want to talk about my feelings and my emotions and whether I'm hurt that the person that we just devil's trapped died. It's like, no, we got the demon. It's fine. Like, it sucks, but you know there are casualties in war and there's collateral damage. So this Sam is very. I mean, he's died a couple times. He's been to hell. He's been to heaven. I think now he's like, you know what? It's not in the cards for me to live a normal life and normalcy and have a wife and a kid and go to law school. So I guess I'm just going to try and do what I know to be right. And what I can say I know because I've been to heaven, I've been to hell, I've been possessed by Lucifer. And so now, yeah, you can't really get much bigger than that. But so now Sam is now just very tactical. And not that he's heartless, but he feels that his heart doing his heart's job is to protect people that can't protect themselves. Whether or not there's some loss and some damages in the process, you know, that's sort of the harsh truth of the war, I suppose.
Coming into the series, how much did you know? Did you know you were going to get into religious type elements, or
the series? You mean like before?
Yeah.
I remember. Funny you ask. I remember season 1, I guess, when we did Touched or House of the Holy. I forget what it ended up being called, but it was an episode where the very first episode we ever talked about angels, and Sam thinks he sees an angel. I think it was called Touched or House of the Holy. Anyways, I want to say it was maybe it was season 2 actually, and I remember kind of getting. Jensen and I kind of got into it with Kripke. We were like, what kind of show are we making, man? Like, we're not, like, what are we doing here? Like, we set out to make this show about, like, Monster of the Week or, you know, like, things that go bump in the night or Route 66 meets X-Files. And now, like, we're making, and not that we didn't want to get into it, but we didn't know where the show was going to go. We didn't know that we were going to have a following like we do and that we were going to have interest. And I think he and I didn't want to I think we kind of felt like the writers could write the next day that we're, you know, like in like burning crosses and stuff. We can't do it. I think we just had a panic of like, what are we saying about religion? Because, you know, like religion means a lot to a lot of people, and we don't want to start saying like, here's what we think, and here's what Sam and Dean think. So we didn't really know the story that was going to be told. But now I've been really excited by it. I think now in season 6, we can't really stick with that, because where do you go after you've kind of thrown Lucifer in hell and you've kind of seen God and seen archangels fighting each other and killed a few and like trapped a few in hell and run from a few in heaven? You can't keep telling that story because it'll get monotonous or I was about to say it would get unbelievable, as if what we're doing already is believable. But it'll just be a really big stretch of the imagination for too long. And so I like what we've done, and we're no longer focusing on that. We're not denying it's there, but it's almost like it's almost like we went devoutly, fundamentally religious for a season or two, and now it's more like a normal person, like acknowledges religion, acknowledges it's there, knows what purpose it serves, and the angels are still involved, but we still have to try and do what's right on this earth. Right now, not having to do with Lucifer and angels, we have to. This guy's killing that guy didn't do anything. We have to take care of this guy. We'll worry about angels and demons and devils later. And I think Sam and Dean have both been burned, or so they think, by the whole angels and devil mess. And so I think they want to get away. But I certainly had no idea, going back to the pilot and kind of what they thought the show was going to be, where we'd be here 5 years later, 6 years later. Wow.
So with Sam, he doesn't deserve a normal life, or Dean, like trying to have that right in his life.
Yeah.
What can you expect like Sam to do in terms of trying to get Dean back to the dark side?
It's funny. It's a good question. Sam actually was. We find out in the premiere episode that Sam is back, A, but B, that Sam has been back for a while. So it's not like, you know, Dean hand comes out of hell and he goes, "Where's Bobby? I need help. What's going on?" Sam comes out of hell and goes like, "Where was I before I was in hell? Oh yeah, Dean promised me he'd go find Lisa and Ben, live a normal life." And so Sam kind of said to himself, it's a harsh truth. He's my brother, and I love him, and I'm back. But I can't be with him because I want him to live a normal life, the life that I always wanted. Meanwhile, Sam thinks it's in his best interest to go hunt the things that go bump in the night. But he doesn't want to take away from Dean. He feels that Dean has earned his normalcy, his normal life. And not that Sam doesn't feel like he's earned it as well, but I think Sam has tried it a few times. And whether it's been a demon or a werewolf or girls burning on the ceiling or mom burning, I think Sam's like, you know what, I'm not going to mess up anybody else. I'm just going to try and stay out of it. I'm going to get my hunting done, what I've been raised and born to do, and move on from there. So
Normal's overrated anyway.
Normal's overrated anyway, yeah. He gets to go to hell and heaven and be possessed and stuff, so yeah, normal's overrated for Sam.
What monsters are you looking forward to taking out in this season?
I love the fact that we're getting back into monsters, but it's kind of like monsters on steroids. Like things have kicked up a notch. Like we start figuring out something's going wrong. It's not just we're hunting a shapeshifter. It's not just we're hunting a werewolf or a djinn or a zombie. We're meeting the alpha werewolf, the alpha shapeshifter, the ones who started it all, and finding out, yeah, the big baddies, yeah. Let the writers coin a term and just stick with that. I gotta remember that. Yeah, we're fighting the big baddies. So it's a whole nother cup of tea where we're kind of going back and honoring our roots and the show that we set out to be, but also kicking it up a notch and figuring out that we're going to need help from religion and from the angels in doing this. And so I always loved shapeshifters. I've loved Skin, I guess, which was the first time we ever did a shapeshifter episode. I just love the dynamic of not knowing whether someone's good or bad. To me, it's more interesting than simple possession because it's not that you're possessed, it's that you're not you. And so I hope I get to explore some of that this year.